We're down at the Dallas Arboretum this afternoon, 8525 Garland Road, over in East Dallas, not too far from the Casa Linda Shopping Center. We've got the privilege of being with the Vice President of Gardens, Dave Forehand. Dave, you're so nice to come out and visit with us today. Can you give us a tour?
Sure, Dave. Love to show you around.
Let's go do it.
Let's do it.
You know, Dave, we're here in front of this pumpkin house. Give the viewers some flavor about what this garden really is all about.
Well, the pumpkin house we're in front of is Stregonoma's Harvest. It's named for a children's story called Stregonoma's Harvest. All of our little pumpkin houses in the pumpkin village here are themed after children's storybooks. We always want to add that extra layer of reason to be. So it's not just a house of pumpkins, but it's actually Stregonoma's Harvest House this year for this particular pumpkin house. So we want to give it more meaning and interest to the children. But one of the things that's interesting about Stregonoma's Harvest, the story, is there's too many pumpkins. So what we've done is we've themed around the house with our little pumpkin garden piles of extra pumpkins, and it's a way for us to label each one of the pumpkin, squash, and gourds that's here in the garden. There are 53 different types, pumpkin, squash, and gourds. Each one has its own name, and we have them all piled up through this Stregonoma Harvest area and labeled so you can get the name of each one, because there's nothing more frustrating than seeing some weird, unusual pumpkin and not knowing what the name is. So we have that available for all our visitors to see and figure out which one is their favorite.
And you know, the other great thing about what you're doing here is you're relating it to children. You're relating it through the stories that they can see very vividly, and then they can relate all of the village and everything to really the whole, the entire story for each character.
That's exactly right. And you know, everything we kind of theme here always has that flavor for children and embodied in it. There are three other houses actually, and one other exhibit here within the Pumpkin Village, which is Cinderella's Carriage, which has a story as well, the story of Cinderella. Some of the other pumpkin houses, we have Pumpkin Town, Pumpkin Jack, and also Scarecrow, which are all children's stories. And you can buy these books in the gift shop, by the way, if you want to take them home with you and read them over and over to your kids.
You know, Dave, you're talking about the Cinderella exhibit. Could we go over and take a look at that, please?
Sure, let's go over and take a look at it. Beautiful carriage is being pulled by two large cornstalk husk horses, beautifully built with botanical materials. There's corn stalks, corn ears themselves, and ornamental grasses that pull all together to create these fabulous looking horses, pulling a beautiful replica carriage. The photo op is great. Kids, young girls, families love to get their photo in the Cinderella's Carriage. We've actually dressed it all out with the little montage of the story of Cinderella, where we have little mice down below. We have a glass slipper. Interesting note about the glass slipper, the original French story of Cinderella, it was a fur slipper, not a glass. When they translated to English many hundreds of years ago, they got the word mixed up and they used glass instead of fur, and it stuck. So that's been the English version ever since. They're glass slippers and not fur.
What a fabulous exhibit this is. I mean, you've really gone far out to do this.
Well, this was fun by our staff to put this together, and each year we come up with a new theme using the volume of pumpkins. We could do a mosaic, if you will. And this year we wanted to do a little river of the blue Gerondale pumpkins that flow down and turn into a lake here. And on top of the river we have the swan gourd swimming along the whole course of the river and the lake. It's just a fun way to use these different colors and textures of pumpkins to create a beautiful mosaic. So we have this year, and we thought this one turned out really good, and it's a great spot, great photos. There's a little bridge at the other end of the river here that you can go up high and get a great photo back across of the mosaic here as well. So just a lot of fun for us to do.
Well, this has been such a spectacular afternoon with you. You were so gracious to come out and visit with us and talk with the viewers about this exhibit. It is, what can I say, award-winning, 65,000 different kinds of pumpkins and gourds and squash, and oh my goodness, just fantastic.
Thank you. Love to have you and invite everyone out. Every year we'll have this pumpkin festival. It gets bigger and better every year, and love to have you come visit.